Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Good morning. Whoa, we got a lot of people. Powder. Thank you, my powder. Powder! Good morning, Lino, Josie, April, Stapleton, JDM! Thank you, Candy, Lino, JDM, Powder, User, let's go. That's what I'm talking about. Banging these right out of the gate. Candy! Yes, when we bang the big ones right out of the gate, it helps tremendously. Good morning, KK. Good morning, Gurpreet, Mr. Dave, Travis, Talons, Girl Mom, over there on the tubes, Facial Blaster, Shelly Galvin. Yes, Shell Bell, good morning to you. Jules, good morning. Andrew, the Believer, and User, and KK, and Marcus, and Lino with the goats. Thank you so much, everybody. How did we do in the market yesterday? Lino Rocha with the money gun. Paul Miranda, Jules. They're here to play today. If you're here for the first time, hit that follow button. We are on every day, Monday through Sunday. Mr. Dave with the $1.99 super chat. April Stapleton with the crown. Let's go. KK, thank you. Whoa, another one. Lino Rocha with the crowns. The crowns. You guys nailed that first goal. Lino. That is what I'm talking about. That is how it's done. You'll see a big difference, I think, with the ALGO because we destroyed those. Thank you, everybody, so much, man. I really appreciate it. If it wasn't for the ALGO, I wouldn't even put any of this up. Okay? They make us put it up. So thank you so much. I appreciate it. Tap those screens, everybody. Share the live. TAP. As you can see here on Miss Market, what did I tell you a few days ago? All roads. There it comes. Back to Papa. Yep, coming back to Papa, the daddy, baby. The 20. All roads lead back to the 20. And when our 8 gets too far from our 20, we know those rows are coming back, huh? Do we love this game? Am I psychic or something? I don't know. Sometimes I think I'm psychic here. What do you guys think? Thank you. Jose Solares, thank you. Josie. It's just common sense, guys. That's really all it is here, you know? Yesterday, AMD, I took 2 trades yesterday. First trade on AMD was this rejection for the short to the downside. The reason I took this trade on AMD is because I looked at all that daily resistance right there. We had triple tops, quadruple tops up there, and I said they ain't breaking through that. As soon as I got that topping tail, boom, to the downside. My second short of the day, right after that, was this. We went over this in VIP live training on Tuesday night, the dead cat bounce, everybody. The dead cat bounce. As we came crashing in, this started coming up. I hit that short right back to the 200. Got about $2 per share out of the market yesterday. So it was a beautiful day in the market. We have VIP live training tonight as well at 7 p.m. Eastern time in the live training room for all VIPers. Let's go. Good morning. I hope you all are doing well. Tenny Flows with the $1.99 super chat. Tenny, thank you so much, dear. All we ask that you do is tap the screen, donate what you can, share the live out, and let's get to work. Are we ready, everybody? Christina Zan, Paulo, Adam, thank you so much. Miss Market, we are in a neutral state here on Miss Market. Yes, we're neutral, and we're also in position 2 to the downside here on Miss Market. So what is that telling us? Well, we're still in this neutral state, so we still have more room to the downside. But what you immediately have to say to yourself is, we're bleeding out. No, we're not bleeding out. Okay, the amateur trader thinks we're bleeding out here. The professional trader, what he or she is going to do is look for support. Now, why is that trader going to look for support? They're not going to get on the bandwagon here. Well, we're bleeding out. We're not. All roads lead back to the 20. We know that, so get that out of your mind. We are looking for some major support levels to the downside, all right? So as we go up our time frames, we're going to go find some support. And our first stop here will be at this double bottom right here at 654 will be first level of support on the SPY to the downside. Please mark that out, 654. Okay, so we got room down to 654 here on Miss Market to the downside. Now, coming back up to the upside, we got to get back over 661.60. We need to get over 661.60, and then we'll have room up to our first level of resistance, which is going to put you at 662, because that's where the 15-minute 200 is, all right? Folks, this isn't rocket science, all right? You're making it so much harder than what it is because you have all these things on your charts from RSI to MACD to this to that. We got trend lines flying from left to right, right to left. Nonsense, okay? So that is Miss Market. We're going to head over now to Nvidia to the moon. Let's see what we got here on Nvidia. Keep it simple. Keep trading simple. Right now, we are in a narrow state on Nvidia. We do not have a narrow base. We are also in position 2 to the downside. So we are going to go get some support on this, all right? We have resistance on Nvidia coming back up with that hourly 200 right there at 176. That is major resistance level, okay? And as we pull this back, we're starting to get a little choppy. 174.51. Is that real major resistance? No, but 174 support? No, but 174 is. So we're going to mark out 174 here, and we're going to mark out 173 to the downside here on Nvidia. Now, we pull this back on our execution time frame. We're in a narrow state. We have room down to 174 and then 173. Mark those levels down. Now, you say to yourself, well, what about coming back up? Well, our 50% retracement level is right there where I marked out 176. Is that an anomaly? I mean, do we love this guy or what? Do we love this game, huh? Wow, look at that. Right where the 200 is, 176 back to the upside. You'll have to get back over 176 with a retest to hit 176.68. On Nvidia, did we do AMD yet? No, AMD to the moon. Narrow, look at that beautiful narrow state. AMD, not a narrow base, narrow state. We're also down in position 2. All roads lead back to the 20, my beautiful traders, okay? Pretty much the same on Nvidia here, coming back up. That'll probably be our 50% retracement level, which I'll show you in a second. So now we need support on the vids. Well, we got our first level of support here, right around 157. All right, 157 will be our first level. Then we got a double bottom right down here, right around 155 on AMD. All right, so if we put this into action, whoop, our 25%, 50% retracement level will be right here around 159.42. Make sure you mark that down. You do have room down to 157 whole number. Under 157 with a retest, you'll have room down to 155. Remember, you're in a narrow state, okay? So you need this to separate first. So you still have room to the downside on AMD. We're going to head over to Tesla to the moon. Let's see what we got. Yesterday's levels on Tesla, I mean, does it get any better than this? I said over 432.26. Boom. 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 Yo! No wonder why we get all these people in here every day. You finally got someone that knows what the hell they're doing. All right, here we go. Tesla, we are in a neutral state to the upside. So we got the novice gap of all gaps here. We are in a bullish neutral state up, okay? Your 20 is above your 200. Bullish, but you are in a bearish position. You ain't doing dookie on this, everybody. Let's get the dookie alert. Okay, we're not doing anything up or down here. It's going to be choppy until we can get this together again, all right? We got to get this together again, or you're going to chop around. So let's put in some levels for you here. And there's one reason. You're flirting with that 200 right here. You see it? You're under it. You're over it. You're under it. You're over it. You're around it. I'm going to put these levels in for my beautiful traders. Hold on, everybody. Hold on, everybody. Let's pull this back. Here it comes. All right, Tesla to the moon. You see the ALGO? Because we hammered those crowns out of the gate like that. Look at it, look at it, look at it. Okay, we are in a bullish neutral state, so we have room on Tesla down to 427. That is major, major support, but we can't do anything until we chop around and get our state back to narrow, okay? Back over this 200 with a retest coming off 435. You'll have room from 200 to 200 here, 438.62 on Tesla. Let's go, let's go. Thank you for the follows, everybody. Shelly Galvin with the roses, Frosty Ducks, Only Dan, Michi, Mish, Mooney, Paolo, Christina Zan, Adam. Thank you, everybody. Microsoft, let's do it. If you're here for the first time, hit that follow button. We're on every day, Monday through Sunday, to teach you how to trade the markets correctly. Here we go, everybody. The VIP is open. We have VIP live training tonight, again by me at 7 p.m. for everyone who is in the VIP. Well, how do you get in there? You're going to head over to theVossTrading.com. TheVossTrading.com is where you get into the VIP. The LINK is in my YouTube and the TikTok. If you have any questions about the VIP, please ask all our beautiful VIPers and moderators and coaches in here, and they will help you out. Microsoft, we are in a neutral state. We're in position 2 to the downside here on Microsoft. We're going to work downwards first on Microsoft, okay? Let's put the work into the downside. We know we have a 200 right here at 507.73. Major support level right there as we come down the board here on Microsoft. A lot of support, all right? Now, as we come back up the board here on Microsoft, let's pull this back out. Under 507.71, we have room down to 507, hold number. Major support level there in a bullish neutral state. Coming back up, you'll have room back up to 509 here on Microsoft, okay? You got to get back over 511.15 for anything to the upside. 511.15, all right? Just like we talked about on Tesla. When I put these levels in, please make sure you mark them down. They are vital, all right? Thank you for the follows, everybody. Love you guys so much, everybody on here. Amazon, let's go. What state are we in on Amazon? Well, we are in a neutral state here on Amazon. We are in the whip zone in that neutral state. We're going to put our levels in for you right now. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Boom. Look at that beauty. All right, let's get the hourly. We got to get you some major support here. Bam, right there. All right, here we go on Amazon. Under 219.46, we got room down to 217.64. That'll be your first level of support. First stop here on Amazon, 217.64. Back over 221, we got to get over that whole number, okay, my beautiful traders? Over 221, you'll have room up to 223. Remember, this is not financial investment or tax advice. This is for education purposes only. You must trade at your own risk. In the end, you either got to learn how to do this or you're not going to learn how to do this, okay? Not everyone will be traders, and that is okay if it's not for you. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. The Qs. The Qs right now, we are in a narrow state. We are in position 2 to the downside here on them Qs, all right? To the upside, we're going to mark them down, but right now we're below. But just remember, this market can turn over at any moment's notice, okay? At any moment's notice, Miss Market can turn over on us. So here we go on them Qs. We have room down to this support level right here. You're coming into that 592 area, right? But we want to get under 591.77 on the Qs with a retest. Then you'll have room down to 587 hold number. If you could hold this level right here, 591.77, 592, you'll have room back up to 595 on them Qs. But you got to get over the whip zone. Yes, 596.28, and then you'll have room up to 599 on the Qs. PLTR. Can you guys read charts like this fast yet? Isn't it amazing? Well, I've been looking at them a long time, man. Don't ask me to cook anything. That'll be a disaster. But if you ask me to read a stock chart, I can do that for you. Right now, we are in a neutral state here on PLTR. Our gap down here in position 3 in that neutral state. So what do we have to look for? Are we looking to bleed out? No, we don't bleed out. We're looking for support, you silly gooses. All right, we got to get some major support because we want that move back up. First level of support here will be right around 171.50. All right, we're going to mark that out, and then 168.60, and then we have the 200 here, okay? So let's pull this back out. We got room here down to about 172, 171.58. All right, so mark that down on PLTR. If you get under that with a retest, you'll have room down to 169, 168.60. Now, as we think about back to the upside here, we got to find out our 50% retracement level right here around 176, where I already had it marked out. Because that is a major resistance point coming back up. 176 on PLTR. That's the golden goose right here, folks. Over it with a retest, you're coming back to 178 on PLTR. Whoop! All right. Hadrian, thank you for the heartbeat and the popular. Sue Felicia with the heartbeat. Candy with the music and the TikTok music. Thank you, Candy, and the GGs, and the live. Jessica, thank you. Christina Zahn, Shelly Galvin, Frosty Ducks, everybody. Thank you so much, everybody. I appreciate you. Got the new AirPods in. AirPods Pro 3. It does whatchamacallit for you. You talk to somebody, and if they're in a different language, it'll convert it for whatever language you said. It's pretty wild. Akeem, the dream over there on the tubes. Hello. Sue Felicia with the roses. Yes. And the GGs from Candy. Thank you. Daniel. Yes. Just a little field. Thank you. Who's that? The Corgi. Frosty Ducks with the Corgi. Thank you. UNH. Let's get to work. All right, UNH. Yes, the data is up to date. You probably have your pre-market data on as an amateur trader. That's why. Here we go. We are in a neutral state here on UNH. We are in position 2 to the downside, okay? Coming back up here on UNH, we got our 200 right above us here at 348.38. But we're going to put this all into perspective for you here very soon. Let me mark all these out for you, okay? All right, here we go on UNH. We are in a neutral state. We got room down to 343.57. 343.57 on UNH. You got to get back over 348.38 with a retest, and you'll have room back up to 351 here on UNH. All right. Back over 353.12, and you'll have room up to 354.56. Let's go. Let's go. 3 bears. Thank you. Yes. If I give you a signal, no, I don't want any of your signals. The only signal I want you to give me is when I make a left or right turn, okay? Baba, a signal. And it's just so you all know, FINRA approved the new PDT rule. So the new PDT rule will be $2,000 instead of $25,000. It's just going to the SEC now for final approval. Looks like they will approve that soon. So pretty soon, the new PDT will be $2,000. So all the amateurs can lose by 1,000 cuts instead. 2,000 blow up an account. 2,000, 2,000, 2,000, 2,000, 2,000, 2,000, 2,000. Oh, boy. All right, we are in a narrow state on Baba. We are in, but that's smart, though. They would rather everyone lose 2,000, 2,000 than 25,000, 25,000. We are in position 2 to the downside here on Baba. All right, we got to find major support, and we got it down here. Oh, Baba. Who thought Baba was going to the moon? You silly gooses. Are you kidding me? All right, we got room on Baba down to 169.73, 170 area here on the Baba Rooney. All right, coming back up above 177.40. 178.14, you'll have room up to 180 on Baba. Let's take a look at this daily. Oh boy. Let me get rid of all of these real quick. Oh boy. Come on, you silly coconuts. You guys thought you were going to the moon. Come on, amateurs, where are you at on Baba? No wonder why everyone was saying Baba. Nope, you're just coming back to the 8 and then the 20. Enjoy it. All right, what else are we looking at here, my beauties? Apple. Right now, we are in a narrow state. We are in the whip zone on Apple. Narrow state whip zone. All right, let's put this into perspective here. Boo-doo-doo-boo. Actually, we're going to move this down right there. Bam. That's it. That's all she wrote right there. All right, Apple above 250, 251. We got room up to 254 on Apple, okay? Under 251, get under the whole number. Under 251, you have room down to 248. Yes. SoFi, let's go. Folks, what state are we in on SoFi? What state and position are we in on SoFi? Can someone tell me? Woo, 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 woo. What state and position are we in, my beauties? Very good. Good job, Sue. Neutral 3 VIP are right there. So, Sue, what is it we're looking for now? Neutral position 3. What is it we're looking for? Because the novice trader is looking for the bleed out. We're going to bleed out. No, you're not. So what are you looking for? You're looking for a major support level, okay? And we have one coming up right here, right around 26.86, but right in this area right here, okay? So we're going to mark that out, and then we have the 200 right below us. So we're going to pull this back out now. So we know to the downside, neutral state coming into major support here, right around $27, $26.80 will be your first level, and then $26 will be your second level. Now, if we get our 50% and we bounce with an event off 27, you have room back up to about 27.60. 27.60. All right. If you come back down to 26, your 50% will be right where you are right now, right around that $27 area. Okay. On SoFi. You get this bounce off, you have room up to 28.37. When dime, etc. with the heartbeat. Yeah. Whoa, we nailed those roses already. We nailed them roses already. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right, we got new roses up. Google. I got the iPhone Pro Max, iPhone 17 Pro Max. I got it for $4 a month. And they paid off the remaining 6 months of my current phone. How do you like those apples, everybody, huh? Huh? All right now we are in a neutral state here on Google. Neutral state, we are in position 2 to the downside on Google. So what are we looking for? We are looking for a major support as we come into this base right here, right around 240, 246. All right, we're going to mark that down. And then we have another one right here, right around 240. All right, on Google to the downside, we got, look at that thing move. We got room down to 240, 250. That's the $0.50 support. You may break that, okay? And then we have room down to 240 hold number where that is going to be much stronger. If we look at our 50% retracement level right now, you have room back up to 246 here currently in this current position. Remember, all roads lead back to the 20, so do not be foolish. Uber is in the base. Let's take a look. Uber. Oh, our Uber levels from yesterday? Rejection. Whoop, 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 whoop. Can your RSI do that? Can your RSI do that, or your MACD? Huh? No, we're not in the base. Nope. Because we had this move up here, okay? Right now, we are in a narrow state, though, on Uber. We are in a narrow state on Uber. We are in position 3 to the downside on Uber. All right, let's go get that support. Boom, right there. Well, you got your first one right here, 96.32. That's the base, okay? Let me put these babies in for you. All right, here we go on the Uberoonies. Are we ready? First level of support here is 96.27, $96 area, right in here, okay? As you come into this may be a major demand zone. If you get under this with a retest, you're coming back to $95. This will definitely be a major demand zone for a possible move back to the upside. This is not financial investment or tax advice. This is for education purposes only. If you take an event off 95, you'll have room up to 96.27. If you hold this support, you have room back up to 97.54. Let's go! All right, Raymond Day Witter says, what do you think about the liquidation of the sell? And are we going to grab that liquidation on top? Nvidia, we got major support here at 174 to the downside. 174, first stop, major support, okay? Then we have room back up to 176 on Nvidia. You're in that narrowish state, all right? Under 174 with a retest, you have room back down to 173, and then you'll find some major support there. Zen with the roses, Candy! Thank you for the You're Awesome. I appreciate you. Sir, can you tell me about the 3 to 5 second scalping in a pre-market high volatile stock which goes up? Sure, you ready? Listen. What's your name, sir? Yavid? Listen. Oracle. So, folks, when we get questions of what do you think about the liquidation of the sell, and are we going to grab that liquidation on top, that screams amateur. And then we got the person who wants to scalp. The scalpity, they use word salad. Right now, we are in a narrow state on Oracle. We are in position 2 to the downside here on Oracle. I'll bang for him and you, Voss. Akeem, that was funny, man. You got some sense of humor there, Akeem the Dream, huh? All right, here we go. Major support here at 294 on Oracle. 294. You are in a narrow state on Oracle, okay? This is your move to the downside currently. Your 50% retracement will be right about 302 coming back to the upside on this. Above 309.14 is where you want to get to the upside. You'll have room up to 312. Let's go, everybody. Whoa, we hammered those roses, Tanya. Zen Method. Candy. Love you guys. We are at 65,000 taps. We're going to do a quick 2-minute tap blitz, everybody. Let's go. Tap. TAP. Thank you, Sue Felicia. And we're going to share it out. Katana Lim must be here. I see a lot of blue arrows. Katana Lim. Yes. Thank you, Hammer. Tanya. What else are we looking at? DWL? You got me rolling in my truck. I mean, come on. If you ask these people what state their stock is in, something that matters, they'll tell you they're in like Minnesota. One, nine. All right, right now we are in a neutral state. We are in position 2 to the downside. Remember here, folks, on Tesla, look at the state you're in, look at the position you're in. That means we're going to be choppy at the open on Tesla, okay? You also got resistance above you. Ultimately, you have room down to 427. Good. I got you. Robinhood. Yes. Robinhood. No base on this either. All right, Robinhood, let's see what we got. We are in a narrow state. Neutral, narrow state on Robinhood. I thought this was going to the moon. What happened to this thing? Oh, I see it. Oh, just like SPY. 8's too far from the 20. You're too far from the 8. Oh, you came back? Oh, look at that. Oh, you came back to the 8. Oh. Oh, it's like taking candy from a baby. All right, here we go on Hood. Let's pull this back. There it is. 15-minute 200. 122. Right where you're at now. 122 on the Hood of Robin, okay? This is your move to the downside. You have room back up to about 124.50. PLUG, isn't that the old penny stock plug? I remember that. Is that a penny stock? Yes, it is. I remember plug. I remember this thing. How about that, everybody? All right, hold on. Did you like that, Mika? Huh? Did you like that? I remember all those penny stock on the scanners. Plug every 6 weeks. All right, hold on. Right now, you are in a neutral state on PLUG. You are in position 2 to the downside here on plug. You're definitely not going to the moon right now. That's for sure. All right, 15-minute as you come into this. There it is. Boom. Let's pull this back. They're laughing. Folks, listen, man. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? On plug, you have major support here around 214. You got room back up to 237. You got to get back over 242. You'll have room up to about 250 on plug. MU. MU, we are in a narrow state. Yes, on MU. Let's do it. MU, narrow state. Kind of a little base here, okay? We are in position 2 to the downside here on MU. Coming out of this base, you can really get good movement out of this, all right? So let me find some major support level here on MU. 155 will be our first stop on this as we come down the board. 150 will be there. Boom. I got to put these in for you, okay? All right, MU, narrow state, coming out of a little base here. First stop on this will be 155 to the downside here on MU. Mark that down, 155. You'll get a bounce and probably a color change right here and possibly after that. Then you'll have room down to about 150. On MU. You got to get back over 162.31, my beautiful traders, and then you'll have room up to 165 on MU. Remember, this is not financial investment or tax advice. This is for education purposes only. And you must trade at your own risk. Intel. Don't forget, we have VIP live training tonight in the VIP live training room at 7 p.m. Eastern Time for all our amazing VIPers. If you want to get in that VIP and get in that training tonight, you are going to head over to theVossTrading.com or click the link in my link. Click the link in my link. Click the link in my YouTube or TikTok bio. theVossTrading.com. Intel, we are in a narrow state. We are in the whip zone here on Intel. You got to get back over 31.69 up, under 30.65 down here on Intel. Let's mark these out. That 30.18. I'm going to put you at the $30 mark here. Let's pull this back. All right, on Intel, above $31.69, we'll have room up to $32. $32 in this narrow state. Back under the whip zone of $30.65, you'll have room down to $30 whole number. Akeem the dream. Yes, YouTube first-timers, head over there and hit that follow button or subscribe button, whatever the hell they call it. IONQ. Right now, we are in a narrow state. We are in position 2 to the downside here on IONQ. We got room down to 67.89. 67.89 here on IONQ, Mr. Kevin Curtis. All right, so if we pull this back out, you got room down to $68. $68 major support level here. All right, you want to get back over 76.11 for a move up to 77 on IONQ. April Stapleton, etc. Thank you, ETC, with the roses. Christina Zan, April Stapleton. Yes, Lino Rocha with the hat and mustache. Here comes the train. You all hear it? Netflix. Anyone here take the train often? Like for work or just in general? Does anyone take the train wherever you live? Just curious. Anyone take trains here? Blue Monster with the follow. So as I go over this and Netflix, I've taken the train maybe 3 times in my life, 4 times. You know, I've gotten on the wrong one every time. I can never figure out the train. I don't know why. I can never figure out trains. They come on that board and it's like this. What? You need like a pilot's license. Right now, we are in a narrow state. We are in the whip zone on Netflix. Yes. Let's mark these out for you. Sorry, guys. It's just I can't do trains. Yeah. Above 1204.76, get over 1205. You'll have room up to 1213. 1213. Please mark that down. 1213. Under 1197.86, you'll have room back down to 1194.50 here on Netflix. SOL JJab. Hello, JJab. How are you, my friend? SOL. To the moon. Oh, the crypto Roonies. The crypto Roonies on this. Why would you want to touch this? Look, why are we even touching this thing? Look. This looks like my poopy. See it? There's no volume. This looks like my poopy. Look. Anybody? Bueller. Why would you listen, J-Jab, let's teach you how to trade properly. All right, my brother? We do have to go over to XRP, though. We do have to go and see what XRP is doing these days. All right? Oh, let's see. Yep. Still can't get to that moon. Why can't we get to that moon? Right? Why can't we get up here to the moon? I want somebody to tell me that. I thought this was the next best thing, you know, on XRP. XRP, you got to do this XRP, you know? And then this $2 pharmaceutical company, it's going, I'm telling you, man, it's going to be thousands and millions and zillions and gillions. You know, you have that friend that always has that pharmaceutical beauty that never pans out. You guys ever been duped by that person? All right, XRP under 27881. We got room down to 26917. Mark that down. Back over 28421. You have room up to 28778 and then 2.90 on XRP to the moon. You guys don't have that friend? He always has the tip on the pharmaceuticals. Or the AI stock, the next best thing, you know? Lito Rocha, thank you. CTTM, yes. Uncle Uncle G with the follow. Thank you, Unc. I appreciate you. Peggy Ulmer. Metis or Meta? More crypto? Yeah, I mean, look at this thing. Look at this thing, huh? Yeah, look. They thought they were going to the moon. Back to the 20. 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 Woo! I love this game, baby. I love this game. I love these amateurs. It's hysterical. All right, let's see. PLTR. PLTR. I love those people that go live with their 60,000 monitors, thinking that the more monitors they have, they will suck you in to think they know what they're doing. Until the VIPers get in their live, ask them questions that they can't answer. They're like, what? Oh. Right now, we are in a new narrow state on PLTR. We are in position 2 to the downside here on PLTR. Yes. We got to find that support. Where the hell is it? There it is. Here it comes. All right, let's pull this back. Narrow state. First stop on this is 171.50. 171.50. Under that, with a retest, you have room down to 169. All right, you got to get back over 176 here on PLTR. 176, and then you'll have room up to 178 on PLTR. Folks, look, man. All right. You know that market cycle I talk about? Okay. Look at this market cycle I talk about. Whoop. Ooh. Boom. There she blows. There it is. There it is. Look. Now the question is, what side did you get on this bad boy? That's the question, because the majority of you are getting in here, or trying to go along there, or trying to go along there, no. Miss Market says no. CRWV. We will teach you all about the market cycle in the VIP. We got a whole education course on it. And you will be mind blown. VIP, will they be mind blown by the market cycle education, the stake training, the position training, pretty much the risk management training, any training? We are in a neutral state. We are in position 2 to the downside. Yes. We got major support here. 127 will be the first stop. Whoop, whoop. Let's mark these out. Whoop. I don't have to go very far on this, which is very nice. CRWV, first stop, 127. 127, 126. You got major support here, okay? Major support. Then you'll have room back up to 130 on CRWV. Yes, I'm back, bro. I don't know who you are, 1010. Were you originally 99 or 66? I don't know. IWM, let's go. Right now, we are in a neutral state here on IWM. We are in position 2 to the downside on IWM. All right. Let's see what we got. Here's your major support level, 250, 236. 236, we got major support here on IWM as we pull this back. 236, we got room down neutral. You got room down to 236, all right? Currently, your 50% retracement level is right around 240.50, all right? If you get down to 236, your 50% level will be 239. Mark that down. Thank you, Blair, for the follow. Let's go, team. Let's go, team. We are at 107,000 likes. Let's go. Keep the train going, baby. VTI. Okay, you're using the Vanguard ETF here? Hold on. You went this route instead of VOO, I see. Yes. All right, hold on. Currently on VTI, you are in position 2 to the downside in that neutral state. You're gonna have to find yourself some support. All right, that'll be your first level of support and your second level of support here on VTI. All right, would you just get into this thing and it's going down on you? You're getting nervous, huh? You have room down to 323. 323, first level of support, and 321 on VTI. We go to our daily. Remember, all roads lead back to the 20. So right around 323, you can expect this baby. All right, 323 to find some good support there. Nice support there, 323, and hopefully you can make another run. SoundHound. I wanna be where you are. I wanna be where you are. Right now, we are in a narrow state on SoundHound. We are in position 2 to the downside, so let's go get some support. First level, boom, $16. $16. All right, $16. You also got support here right around $15.50. So let's pull this back on SoundHound. Narrow state. You got room back down to $16, $15.50 area right here, okay? 50% retracement level. Let's take a look. We'll be right around $17 coming back up. You got to break 17 with a retest, and then you'll have room up to $17.50 on SoundHound. Yes. Hit that follow button if you're here for the first time. We are on every day, Monday through Sunday. NQ, did we do that yet? You are. I want to be where you are. Yeah. SoundHound, you got room back down to 24,703 here. About 24,704. Whole number here. You got to get back over 24,782. Back that way, okay? Woo, 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 woo. The Spy, old Miss Market, how she blows. Let's see. Where do all roads lead, folks? Can someone tell me where all roads lead? Anybody? Anybody? All roads? Where do all roads lead? JL Hammer Zen Method, yes! JL Zen! JL Zen! Thank you so much. Back to the 20. You got it. So where do you think this is going to wind up? Where do you think this is going to wind up? On SPY, neutral state, we got room down to 654. 654, major support level there. If you get back there, your 50% retracement level is about 657, 657.50, okay? If we get that bounce right here off of where we currently are, you got room back up to about 659 on SPY. Ultimately, we got to get back over 660, 160 for a room up to 662. Remember, folks, the market works in a cycle. If you see something moving to the upside and you're saying it's going to the moon, I can assure you it is not going to the moon. It will come back, okay? And then when it comes back on this market, it's bleeding out. I can assure you it's not bleeding out. You're just going to come back. Okay? Remember that. Start being a real trader. Stop being the materialistic trader, okay? We want you guys to do good, right? Who wants to do good in the markets? Who wants to do good at this thing we call Miss Market? Stop thinking about money. Start thinking about setup, market cycle, setup, market cycle, setup, state, position. Once you start changing how you think about this thing, you're going to see some changes. Hold on, I got to wait for trading view again. All right, Soxel. Where the hell we at here on Soxel? What am I doing here? All right, we got major resistance right above us. We got to get back over 32.63. Back to the upside. 32.63 here on Soxel for a run back up to 33.66. Currently, what we got going on Soxel is we got a bullish neutral state and a bearish position. Position 3, way down here. Your bullseye here is about 33.20. 33.20, okay? Remember that. Remember I told you that. Coin. We are in a neutral state on coin, yes. Are we going to the moon? No, we're bleeding out. We are in position 3 to the downside here on a coin, all right? We're going to mark out that 200 because that's resistance right above you. We got support here at 311. 311, that was a great group. Anyone used to like 311 growing up? Getting down, down, down. Above 316 with a retest, you have room back up to 321.65 here on coin, all right? You're way down here, folks. Watch this support right around 311, 310 area. How's that for you, Fit? Fit, did you pick things up and put them down today or what? Jonathan with the heartbeat. Alpha with the let 'em cook, let 'em cook. JL Haba, we got to finish off these roses, everybody. Can we finish off the roses? Yes, Amber. Here, I got something for you. Who said that? Etc. I got something for you. You ready? Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah! Jonathan Hall, Zen, Uncle G. No, yes, we got everybody working on this. Hold on, I'm stuck here. Alpha, Jonathan, Lino. We got 1 million people working on them roses. Thank you, Alpha, Lino, Jonathan Hall, Zen, Adam, Hillary, Uncle G. Thank you so much. Esther Lopez. Juan the Lender, we have everything in our VIP. We have 65 hours of educational content. 65 hours for $49.99 a month. Where are you going to find that anywhere else? Plus, we review your red trades for you, all right? And we show you what you did wrong and your green trades. Plus, you get Tuesday and Thursday night training by me. It's like a duh. Getting into the VIP is one of these. Look, duh. When I was learning how to do this, if someone said, just go to lavosstrading.com or click the link in my bio for $49.95, you'll get 65 hours worth of educational content. You'll get training every Tuesday and Thursday night, and I'll review your losing trades for you. I would say, okay. Okay. All right, let's do roll call. Are we ready for roll call? This is always fun. User April Stapleton, JDM Powder Candy, Jolito Rocha, Marcus Andrew the Believer, Tanya Facial Blaster, Shelly Galvin, Official KK, Andrew the Believer, Paul Miranda, Jules, April Stapleton. What is she stapling, everybody? Tanya, Adam, Paolo, Christina, Zan, Michi, Meech, Mooney, Frosty Ducks. Frosty Ducks can be teamed up with Facial Blaster. 11, Only Dan in the UK. Jessica Pilach. 3 Bez, etc. Daniel Shelley Stringer. What is she stringing together? A bunch of wins. That's what I know. Alpha, JL Haba, Jonathan, Esther Lopez, Sandra D, Jules Swims, John, Alpha. Did I miss anybody? Mr. Dave over there on the tubes with the beautiful Tenny Flows with the super chats. Thank you, everybody, for all those amazing donations today. You have no idea how much that helps. As you saw today, we got up to 275. Do you see that? So when we put the biggest goal up first, we got to come in every morning and we have to hammer it. All right? We have to hammer it. It is so, so important that we hammer that, okay? And to end the live today, we will put on a little. Thank you, everybody. The VIP is open. We have VIP live training tonight. VIPers, we'll see you in that live training tonight. We'll also see you in the VIP chat here in about 3 minutes. Love you all so much. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Be nice to each other. Help somebody. Give somebody a hug today. Love you. And be nice to each other, for the love of God.